This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. Today is Wednesday, October 13th.
Well, Nevada Highway Patrol troopers are investigating a deadly crash on U.S. Highway 95 in Clark County. Brad Francis has more.
The driver of a Dodge Durango SUV was killed around 7:30 a.m. last Friday when he crashed on US 95 near Indian Springs. Nevada Highway Patrol investigators say the vehicle was traveling northbound when, for reasons unknown, the SUV went off the roadway and into the center median, struck an embankment, became airborne, and overturned. The driver, who has yet to be identified and the only occupant in the vehicle, died at the scene. No other vehicles were involved. This marks the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command's 64th fatal crash, resulting in 73 deaths this year.
Earlier, we had an opportunity to have an in-depth conversation with Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia. Our chat covered a multitude of court cases working their way through the Nye County judicial system. We have one particular case. Here's Matthew Davis with more on this story.
Sometimes you find a soundbite from an interview subject that sets the tone for the news story quite eloquently. This is no exception.
All right, you might want to sit down because this is going to take a minute.
News 25 had the opportunity to discuss the ongoing court case involving Jason Gow. This is a case that the district attorney would very much so like to secure another conviction or secure a plea deal after a recently overturned conviction from the Nevada Supreme Court. This is what the district attorney had to say on this matter.
It's a very convoluted story, and the details are kind of gross, so I think it would suffice it to say that he was accused of having sexual relations with an underage female, and then there's all kinds of different charges that can come off of that, but what it boils down to at its essence, that's what he was accused of and convicted of. When I say convicted, he was convicted. That has been reversed. I want to make sure we're clear about that. Jason Gow had sued the sheriff's office, and one of the officers who testified at the trial was involved with that, and so the defense wanted to explore that to see if there was possible bias because of there was personal whatever between the defendant and a member of the sheriff's office. The court restricted that, and the Nevada Supreme Court felt that that was improper and that the defense should have been given more of a chance. And I think their thinking was because that person was primary on the case that it was something that the jury should have been told about. So the Nevada Supreme Court kicked it back. The other things involved using that same officer to authenticate text messages, which is really not the way you're supposed to do that. And then using a written document to authenticate Yahoo email, which the Supreme Court felt was not the way to do it.
Jason Gow and his attorney were back in Judge Lane's courtroom on the 11th of this month for a preliminary hearing on the new evidence to be presented at Gow's retrial. At the October 11th court date, Judge Lane covered a variety of topics, including whether or not testimony given by Captain Berukowitz with the Nye County Sheriff's Office would have to be given the disclaimer of Brady Cop testimony. This refers to a legal requirement that the defense be notified if an officer has been known to give false or misleading testimony. However, it should be noted, no charges have been filed against Captain Berukowitz in regards to this allegation.
As far as the mention of a Brady Cop, I've been asked quite a few times to declare someone a Brady Cop, and that's not how it works.
Also at issue is a video file that should or should not be entered into evidence.
The second thing is the video that he allegedly showed around and had a civil lawsuit on or something, and I left that out because I thought it was distracting. The Supremes didn't give me guidance because they don't know any more than we do of you should let this in, you shouldn't let that in. So I'm nervous. I tend to lean towards we'll just let in whatever you guys want let in because I don't want the Supremes to reverse it again. But I tend to want to let in that there was a civil lawsuit and what the ruling of it was, and you can say that it involved the cops showing videos that Gal took of the shenanigans, and that's what was on it, without going into detail of what the shenanigans were. I would think the Supremes would say, yeah, you don't need that kind of detail. It's just, what do you call it, lurid or something, explicit? We don't need that.
The tentative date for this retrial to commence will be at the end of May 2022. Conversations are ongoing between Jason Gow's defense attorneys and representatives with the DA's office to see if a plea deal can be negotiated and agreed to before the retrial commences.
Well, thanks to tips from the public, a wanted man is now in police custody after fleeing from Pahrump Justice Court bailiffs on Monday. Brad Francis explains how he was caught.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies have captured wanted fugitive Terrence Chess. Thanks to numerous tips, officers were able to locate Chess and take him into custody Tuesday night. He was wanted on 2 warrants for eluding and battery. Monday morning, Pahrump Justice Court bailiffs tried to take Chess into custody when they saw him at the courthouse, but Chess fought with officers, then took off and ran outside and into the parking lot. The Sheriff's Office says he tried to hit one of the bailiffs as he fled in his SUV. Chess has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on his warrants and is now facing new charges, including assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer and resisting arrest.
All right, we'll be back with more local news.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office are reporting a 2-vehicle crash that happened late this afternoon on Barney and Galley Streets. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene as well. One person was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital.
All right, Nye County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the pictured suspects. The burglary occurred at 12:39 a.m. on October 8th at the Phoenix Bar located at 1301 Loop Road. The suspects broke into the business and stole several items. If you have any information, you can call 775-751-7000.
And the Nye County Sheriff's Office has released new details into a high-speed pursuit that started late Saturday night here in Pahrump and ended in Las Vegas. Here's Brad Francis.
30-year-old James Lucas has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on an outstanding warrant for felony failure to appear, and he now faces a list of new charges after running from Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies. Around 11 p.m. Saturday, officers initiated a traffic stop on Lucas's Chrysler PT Cruiser on Highway 160 in Pahrump. Once they discovered he had a warrant for his arrest, they approached the vehicle to take him into custody, but Lucas, with a passenger in his vehicle, sped off, leading officers on a high-speed pursuit into Las Vegas. The pursuit came to an end outside a FedEx cargo facility on Surrey Street, adjacent to McCarran International Airport. Lucas crashed through a security gate, then struck a fence where the vehicle came to a stop. He was quickly taken into custody. At the time of his arrest, deputies say Lucas told them his passenger wanted him to stop so they could get out, but he kept driving. Lucas was transported to the Nye County Detention Center and booked for false imprisonment, disobeying the signal of a peace officer, driving without a valid driver's license, no insurance, headlamps not illuminated, felony failure to appear, and DUI.
Social Security recipients will receive an annual cost of living adjustment of 5.9% next year, the largest increase since 1982. About 70 million people in the U.S. will see about a $92 extra in their check per month to adjust for the price of inflation.
And we're going to go to Ski Sensky, who's joining us for some exciting auction news.
This segment is brought to you by Estates 411.
Okay, I'm so excited to be here today. You know, the last time I was fortunate enough to be on the TV station, I announced my retirement. Well, I've kind of been retired for about 2 weeks and I'm bored as hell. So here's what I decided. I'm going to give a shot as Deanna's understudy. So I'll be doing some of these interviews, and if she's happy with the work that I do, we'll go from there. And to start it all out with, today I have Nolan Gibson from Estate Auctions 411. It's Ronnie's brother and co-owner of the auction. Nolan, how about tell me about what you got going on here today?
So, you guys, we got a really beautiful 3,800 square foot house with a bunch of really nice stuff. We got some really nice furniture, really nice quality art glass, and some vehicles, just a whole bunch of really good stuff.
Very nice. And this is on Red Rock, right? Beautiful neighborhood. What is the address again?
The address is 2041 Red Rock Drive, Pahrump, Nevada 89048. We will be having preview to Thursday the 14th, tomorrow morning, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then the auction will start at 5 o'clock, and you can start bidding online.
Okay, and it's like all your other auctions, they are online auctions only, right?
Yes.
And the catalog is currently up, so people can take a look at it?
Yes, it is.
And they can do pre-bidding, and then just to reiterate that, so tomorrow is preview from 9 to 4,
Yes.
And then the auction starts at 5 and people can bid, right?
Yes.
Do you have any vehicles in this auction?
Yes, we actually have a very beautiful 1951 Ford Victoria Coupe with the original V8 flathead that's been restored. And we have a 1970 Lincoln Continental Mark III that's in really nice, clean condition as well.
Very nice. So once again, folks, check out the website. I'm going to wing it on this one, estateauctions411.com, right? Yes. Just go to the website. They have a lot of exciting auctions coming up. And you'll be able to see this one. You click on the catalog, and away you go. You'll be impressed when you come out to the house tomorrow for the preview. And on behalf of Deanne O'Donnell as her understudy, I'll conclude this interview. Thank you.
And Ski is back with some additional information on that home that the auction is being held inside.
Okay, and part of my second interview of my career, I'm standing here with Kim Washington, the broker of Access Realty. We've been working a lot with Kim. We found that there is a need for both the real estate to be sold and the contents of the house. So Estate Auctions 411 is working very close in this particular house with Kim, and we work with a lot of other realtors, and that way we can do the whole package for the client. Kim, how long has it been since you've seen a house this big and this beautiful?
It's been a while. This is one gorgeous home. It has 3 suites. Bedroom suites. It's large and a beautiful detached garage with a lift.
So tell me, Kim, do you like working with me better or Ronnie? Once again, folks, we appreciate you spending the time to watch this. Kim Washington, Access Realty. And your phone number, Kim?
775-727-1333. And Ski's the best to work with.
Thank you. Deanna, did you hear that? So I get an A for today. And also, Kim will be here all day tomorrow for preview. So if you have any questions about the real estate, she'll be happy to answer all your questions. Once again, we appreciate your business, and thank you very much.
And we'll be back with more News 25 right after this.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, it's time to meet a great pet available for adoption here in our area. For today's Save a Pet, we visit Never Forgotten Animal Society here in Pahrump. That's where we catch up with Pat Lemming, who introduces us to Taco.
Hi, I'd like to introduce you to Taco. Taco is an immigrant from Mazatlan, Mexico. He came in with 18 other dogs, and he is here for adoption, and he is just the sweetest, most loving man you have ever met. He loves to be cuddled, he loves to be held, he loves to be in your lap, he loves to be included in everything. Taco is a Schnauzer mix as far as we know. He is 2 years old. He is black with white facial hair. He stands about, I'd say about 15, 16 inches tall. He weighs about 35 pounds. You can come in and adopt him. We're open 6 days a week from Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning until 5 p.m. at night. No appointment is necessary. Our adoption fee is $250, which includes his neuter, all of his shots, rabies, and a microchip, which is a microchip for the lifetime of the pet. Please call us at area code 775-537-8674 if you're interested in Taco. We are located at 520 East Street, EAST, Suite C, right behind Wells Fargo Bank on East and Wilson Street. We look forward to seeing you.
Well, okay, talk about a group of teachers who started a new school year knowing they're appreciated and valued. You may remember a group of educators who garnered national attention for keeping their doors open during the height of the pandemic. and in doing so received a nice cash gift from an anonymous donor. Now they're back for another year and say, looking back, they have no regrets, saying they stand by their decision to stay in person when everyone else went virtual. Kim Martinez reports.
A couple of different things here. Obviously 2 different size globes.
Kevin Swarton is doing what he loves again this fall, sharing his knowledge with students in his STEM classes at one of the Grace schools in Green Bay. Grace schools got a lot of recognition last year when they made the decision to stay open to in-person instruction during COVID, and now they're still going strong.
And access, which is that imaginary line.
The 190 Grace School teachers settled back into their classrooms this fall, once again for in-person instruction, knowing they're deeply appreciated by their community.
Hello, this is Kim.
And while the president of the school system says it was their decision not to shut down, as so many schools did across the country, that generated that appreciation, she also knew it was the right thing to do.
We were able to stay open. We were able to meet the needs of our students in the classroom.
But it was a surprising anonymous cash donation for every single teacher in the school system that really highlighted their dedication to their students.
That affirmation for them was a big boost. It was a shot in the arm.
It really meant a lot, to know that there was at least a parent or someone out there that felt like they wanted to recognize the fact that the teachers made that effort, to continue the education of the children in this area.
Another teacher, Jody Sullivan, says this fall the proof has been in the performance of students who switch over to Grace schools after being out of in-person learning.
I had students come to me from other schools that didn't know how to write their letters yet, where the students that were in person with us were writing paragraphs.
Even with so much of the future still in question for schools due to COVID, Grace Schools Administration is taking a stance to stick to in-person learning.
I think educators have to sit around and find ways to get to the yes, we will be open, instead of the no, let's find reasons and excuses to not have our doors open.
Kim Martinez reporting.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's a beautiful day. They're outside looking at the top of Mount Charleston with still a little bit of snow.
Snow. Look at the snow caps. Come on.
We're going to find out more about our weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler on a hump day, yay, Wednesday. Wow, how do you like that? KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And what lovely fall weather we have to present to you this evening. Well, check this out. 57 degrees up in Fernley and Fallon. Carson City, just a little bit warmer. I think that's where they're burning all the state's money. There you go, figure. 61 degrees. 50s in Tonopah and also in Goldfield. Beatty up to 66 degrees. They're having mimosas in Amargosa at 70 degrees. I just thought that one up this evening. 68 in Las Vegas and out to Death Valley. 78 degrees, downright pleasant. 54 at night. That's even not too bad. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, well, 65 degrees is our current temperature. 67 just a titch earlier. It's downright room temperature. Winds finally calmed down out of the west, southwest to 7 miles per hour. Little bit of humidity as the sun rose this morning at 6:49 a.m. and it's setting this evening quite early, 6:10 p.m. It'll be a beautiful sunset, I expect. I'm going to predict. How about that? I'm a prognosticator. I can do that. Low tonight about 43 degrees. And as we head on into the week, clear skies shining on me Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Clouds returning on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the rest of the week. But boy, we got a nice ramp up to the weekend and beautiful day on Saturday. Temperatures returning to near 80s temperature. That's fighting trim, don't you know? And that's beautiful weather on a fall day to enjoy and love. So nothing but good things here in Nye County. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we are asking groups, teams, community organizations, and individuals to come on down to Petrick Park, and that is on Halloween from 5 until 8 p.m. And participate in this trick-or-treat event that we're having. It is free to participate, of course. We want to get as many organizations to hand out candy to the kids. You just, I guess, you know, you just need to buy the candy. We're hoping Seroptimus is going to join us too. But we got the Rotary. We even have Sheriff Sharon Morley asking us to join. We got, of course, Marty Greenfield's Jewelers. We have KPVM and, of course, Quality Signs. And everybody joining in. All you need to do is give us a call, 775-299-9992. You can text or call 775-299-9992. It's free 5 to 8 p.m. on Halloween. We're going to have all these booths out there and games and everything for our spooktacular. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen.
Good night.